here's another little fun project, all right, just for fun. However, in order to do this, you're going to have to remember a little bit of your high school chemistry. So if you're into that kind of thing, then check this out, all right? Molecular models, all right, from your grade 11 or grade 12 or 13 chemistry course, all right? Black represents carbon, all right? Carbon makes 4 bonds. It's got a valence of 4 outer electrons. Hydrogen, which I'm doing in white here, sometimes in the kits they're white, sometimes they're yellow. Hydrogen has 1 electron, makes 1 bond, it has a valence of 1. And oxygen is typically done as red, and it makes 2 bonds. All right, therefore these 2 sticks. So this is really simple to do. And so I just thought I would model a couple of these molecules. Acetic acid, all right, now acetic acid, if you know a little bit about organic chemistry or you're interested in that, has a carboxyl group. It's a carboxylic acid, all right? So C double bond O. Now this is the way I'm doing my double bonds. It's kind of weird. And if you do know some organic chemistry, you possibly know that there would be some steric hindrance or some interference between these atoms. They would not be this close, but I like this arrangement, this conformation, so I'm going to do it that way. So it has a carboxyl group, which is C double bond O, and then OH, all right? And what we could, I guess, refer to as a methyl group, CH3, all right? So it's got a double bond, and all the rest are single bonds, and that's acetic acid, or ethanoic acid. Ethyl alcohol is sort of the second in the chain, or family of alcohols, I should say. There's methanol, and then there's ethanol, and this is the alcohol found in beer and wine, that kind of stuff, all right? It's got a hydroxyl group here, the OH. It looks very similar to this, but when this is bonded to the C double bond O, it's a carboxyl, and this is a hydroxyl or alcohol. And then it's got CH2 and CH3 on it as well. All right, so I'm going to model that kind of stuff. So I'm here in the opening scene of Blender, but I've switched over to Cycles Render. My GPU computer's on and my screencast keys are on. And I'm going to delete the camera and the light. And I've got the cube here. All right, and I'm going to open N to open the side panel. And I'm going to come up here, 2 dimensions, and I'm going to switch this to 1. And oops, 1 and 1. Okay, and to close that. So here we are. Here's the default cube. So I'm going to go into edit mode, and with it all selected in any of these modes of selection, I'm in vertex mode right now. I'm just going to bevel this. I'm going to go Control B, and I'm going to pull and bevel the whole thing, just like that. Okay. I'm going to go into front view, and I'm just going to copy that or duplicate it. Shift D, drag another one out. So this one could be carbon, this one could be oxygen, and this one could be hydrogen. All right, I'm not going to bother with nitrogen or anything right now. And while in edit mode, I'm going to switch to face selection, and I'm going to select the 4 sides. Now this is not the correct arrangement of how the bonding would go for carbon. Usually in the model kits there would be sort of 3 up top and 1 on the bottom, but I want to do it this way. For oxygen, I'm going to choose these 2, so I'm just shift clicking on them, and for hydrogen, just 1. All right. I'm going to switch over to individual origins, and I'm going to work on all of these at the same time. I'm going to hit I to inset. I'm going to pull in like that, and then I'm going to come over to the side, extrude individual. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to push up, and that's going to push all of those in, the same amounts for all of them. Now I'm going to select a piece of this one, say the oxygen, and Control L for linked, and I'm going to hit P to make it a new selection, a new object, essentially. I'm going to do the same for the hydrogen one, P, and it's its own object now. Okay, come out, and now I'm going to set origin and geometry for each of these. So there we go. Okay, so this one has 4 holes in it, so it can make 4 bonds, 2 holes for 2 bonds, and 1 hole. And hopefully those are deep enough in there. Okay, now I'm going to come over to the Materials tab, over here, use nodes, and I'm just going to make this black, and I'm going to color the carbon that color, just so I can view it in here. I'm going to go into settings, and viewport color, I'm going to use the eyedropper and click on that color, so they're going to turn black. So there's my first material. All right, and this is really for carbon, so I'll just do capital C. All right, I'm going to come over and do another one. I'm going to make this one red. And same thing for the viewport color, red. And I'm going to click that one, and I'm going to go in and get my red color. And I'm going to make another color, material, whatever. And I'm going to make this, what's this one going to be? White. I think I'll leave it like that. The viewport color is white anyhow. Okay, so I'm going to go into edit mode and select it and assign the white color to that. Alright, so I've got my carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. I think I'll turn off the grid over here in display. Turn the grid off. I think under shading I'll turn on ambient occlusion for some shadow effects, and to close that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my oxygen because working on the carbon is a little bit dark to do this. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to select that face, and in front view I'm going to shift D and P to make a new object. So that face right there is a new object. I'm going to go origin to geometry and pull it out. Alright, I'm going to go into edit mode and make sure it's selected, and E to extrude. I'm just going to pull it out a bit. Alright, and then I'll come back in object mode and I'll hit N, and I'll come up and I'm going to make this under the dimensions 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5. Okay, and I'll also do, that's good enough, Control A, apply scale, and I'll do origin to geometry. Okay, I'm going to use this to make the bonds, so I need a new material, or a new color at least. I'm going to make these yellowish. So in my viewport color, I'm going to choose that yellow, and if it doesn't take right away, I'll just select it all and assign. There we go. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into edit mode of this, select that face, and hit I to inset, bring it in a ways, and then E to extrude in the Y. I'll bring it out a little ways. I'm making a single bond here. Alright, I suppose I could delete that face too right now while I'm at it. Back into object mode. I'm going to copy this and rotate it. Actually, I could have done that in edit mode. Let's do it in edit mode. Alright, Shift D, rotate X 180 degrees, and slide it out to about there. Good, I don't have any faces on there. So I'm going to come in, and in edge selection I'm going to choose the edges of that one and that one, and go Control E, bridge edge loops. So now they're joined, and I don't even need these edges. I can select them and go X, dissolve edges. Okay, so I got that. So there's a single bond. Save that. Origin geometry. Shift D. Let's go into side view. I'm going to bring this up a ways like that. So I'm actually I should copy this and send it out to here. Okay, so there's a single bond, and I'm making the double bond now. Okay, so let's come in here, and let's do this. I'm going to select that face and Control plus so I get all that, and I'm going to delete those faces. Do the same over here. 3, 2, I guess. Let's do that again. There we go. And delete those faces as well. I just want that stick right there. Okay. I'm going to rotate this, rotate X 90. And top view, I'm going to bring it over to here. Center it up as best I can. Cool. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to bring it up. There we go. Now I'm going to join these. Cool. So I've got everything I need to start working on this. Okay, so I want to model acetic acid first. CH3COOH. Let's just have a look at how I did this. So I need this carbon to come up. I'll have a double bond up to oxygen there and one in behind. All right, so let's do that. Let's just copy this and pull it over here. Pull it back. And then let's rotate Z 180. And we'll come in as Control 1. Various orientations. Okay, it's going to take a bit of maneuvering, but not too bad. So that's going to plug in there. All right. And let's grab all this stuff and just slide it down. We'll take this again, Shift D, and we are going to rotate Z 90 minus. Bring it in here till it looks like it kind of would fit and pull it back. And then we'll zoom in a bit. Okay. Push that in. Okay, cool. So let's grab this. I'll just copy it. Let's bring it up to there. So I need to rotate Z 90. See if that did it. So that's in. This one's in a bit far. I like when they stick out a little bit. Okay, so there's the C double bond. And this we'll put in there, and I think we'll do maybe we'll do the other carbon here for the methyl group. All right, so I need an OH there, so I'll grab I guess I'll have to take that, Shift D, and rotate Z 90. Pull that up to there and pull it back. So I'm going to do a hydroxyl group here. I'm just going to go ahead and take that oxygen. I can do this in various orientations. I could keep that orientation for that and then just take this and slide it across. Oxygen, and then I need a hydrogen. Bring it down to there and then slide it back. Rotate Z 180. Forward, so we have that, and then I'll take this. It's going to be a problem. It's going to interfere with my other bonding here. If I want to bring in another single bond here, so I can do the CH3 group. So the solution to this is to move this over here, and I'll flip oxygen around. Rotate Z 180. Okay, and the oxygen I'm going to move around, so let's try rotate Z 90, see how well it behaves. Okay, that's that. Okay, that's all right. I can go with that. And then we're going to take this hydrogen, copy it and bring it here. And rotate Z 90. That should work it out. And then I need this bond. It's pretty quick, pretty easy to do. It's like building these molecules are pretty straightforward anyhow. Okay, I'll take this one, sort of put it on top there and then slide it down. Rotate Z 90. And then one more right here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We'll take Z 180. All right, so that's one confirmation. I'm certainly not saying in terms of organic chemistry that this would be feasible, and the bond angles and stuff aren't right, but it looks cool. I think it looks cool. So that would be acetic acid. And I think maybe for the purpose of this video, I might only just make the one. I think you see how you could do this if you wanted to. In the meantime, actually, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll just go through it, and if it all looks fine, I might just join it all together. You know, like this one could push in a little bit more, and I just want to see that they roughly see this one maybe is too much, this hydrogen here. Maybe that's good enough. I'll select it all and Control J. Let's move this up. Put it like that. Okay, and underneath, let's add a plane. I'll scale it up a bit. Extrude it up a bit. We'll scale. Maybe we'll extrude up one more time. And scale again. Nah. Just leave it like that. And then I'll grab this outer edge. I'll grab the poly underneath it. It'll be easier. E, and I'll just pull that down. Select that, Shift S cursor to select it to move my 3D cursor there, and I'm going to bring in a cube. Let's scale that quite a bit. All right, let's grab this face and bring it up to the model. Let's scale Shift Z that a little bit. Let's apply rotation and scale, and let's go in and grab these edges. And Control B, but just go like that. And I'll put an edge loop down here. And Shift Alt and click all those edges, and E. Scale Shift Z, pull that out a bit, and I think I'll even grab this upper edge and Control B, pull it down, and just do that kind of thing. So really going for really simple stuff. So in this, very low poly, and I'll put another edge loop here, pull it up near the top, and do the same kind of thing. E, Scale Shift Z, pull it out. Grab that, Control B, and pull it back. Doesn't have to be the same as the bottom one, it's barely visible. I'm just going to make it a bit smaller, Scale Shift Z. And I think I might need to move the model. The X, go X. Just like that. Okay, I do need to do something here. I need to grab the whole face and Control B and do that. That's a bit better for what I wanted to do. I think I'm going to make this black. And this black. And I'll it's a little hard to see, but. And then, I mean, if you really wanted to, I don't know where a good orientation is. We'll go with this as the. Where is the front anyhow? Right there anyhow. I could grab this face, Shift S, cursor to selected, come back. By the way, I don't know if I've done that. And I'm going to bring in some text. What am I doing? Text there. Rotate X90. And center. Like that. That's not really what I wanted, is it? I want to rotate X90 minus, I guess. And we'll call this acetic acid. And we're going to open font. My fonts. Can I get a font? Oh, there are my fonts. And I don't know. I'll just use this one, Agency. And I'll scale this. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to increase the count of my letter spacing like that. Okay, and then I will increase the depth and the resolution by a little bit. And now we'll scale it again until it fits. And then from the side, rotate X. I'll switch over to normal so it's easier to do this. Push that in. I think I need to scale this. That's definitely in. You know, just like that. Acetic acid. Okay, I think I'll go Alt. So I'll convert that to a mesh, and I might go with that white color, and then join it to that. Join those two. Got it. I've done it. I've done what I came here to do. All right, and then I'll just do an OpenGL render. Get a sense of it. All right. We got science and technology. Let's call this molecules video. Maybe I'll do a couple of them. There's another one. There. So, I mean, you could make a number of these, and, you know, just put it on a desk or something like that in some kind of weird sciencey office. So, a lot of fun.